Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Lumen Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
The tackle by Vitor Gross-Matos. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This one's snagged by Smith and Jiggy. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Shotgun run now with Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
In motion is Barner. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult. Defensively, it'll set up a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the 4th-year man out of Iowa State.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory. So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2nd and inches. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. Inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Darnold. He'll try and get there on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
1st and 10 at
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He finds Hunt along the out route. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Space to run inside the 20. And he will score! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and short. Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Open man, it's the tight end, Jake Tonjes. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. To throw is Darnold, taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
So a
33.
big one there to start the
Good
drive.
for the Seahawks.
33 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's
A gain there of 11. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
I always think you can tell pretty
line.
quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Seahawks.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
To the middle, it's Cup. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's Walker. And he's in! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. They get 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
49ers 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 35 yards.
First down. It's a gain of 35. First down, 49ers.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of
It'll
10
be a
yards.
pickup of 10. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
all week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Taken in right side by Barner.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And it will finally be brought down at the Niners' 35.
It's a gain of 29.
That one good for 29.
Seahawks.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5. In motion is Barner. On play action, here's Darnold. Now he'll run. And he'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just a little short of the first down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
That's another Seahawks.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, Walker. He'll push forward for about a yard. D. Winters there to bring him down.
21-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9. Here's Darnold. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. And next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. 49ers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. His pass left side, caught by Tonjes. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Purdy gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
21 yards.
They get 21 on that one. 1st down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 45.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Throw right side. He's got Tonjes. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Man in motion here is Jennings. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Hendrick Ford. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. The motion man here is Bourne. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action with Darnold. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That is caught at corner of the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third down. Purdy. He'll set up the screen here to Pearsall. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Outright Smith and Jigba has it. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
They run with Walker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. And right to the 25-yard line, that is enough for the 1st down, so they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and 9. Throwing, Darnold. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll take this one in. Sam Darnold, touchdown Seattle. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now the point after try from Myers. He knocks it through, and the Seahawks are able to extend the lead.
Seahawks 38, 49ers 21.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A 59-yard attempt.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners are back within 2 scores.
And this is really why you want a kicker with a big leg. In these situations, end of half, can you steal 3 points from distance and come away with 3? And really nice job there, right around that midfield logo. It's kind of crazy how it's become sort of routine in today's NFL.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He'll get this out wide. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
1st and 10 for Purdy. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. Purdy going to put it up again. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On third down, it's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The 49ers out to punt this one. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On play action, here's Darnold. I try to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get it inside the 20. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Injured player on the field, and that is Cooper Kupp. That is a player they cannot lose out of this lineup. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
At the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks 1st down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And this time, he's in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike. And to cap it off, it's a simple read option. But for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball. And by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
45, 49ers 24.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Play action. Here's Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Byron Murphy. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and 6. Now Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work, but in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Back to the air is Purdy. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's over the middle and caught by Tonjes. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to have a Niners first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. That'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
That's another 49er first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Out to his right, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. This one caught at the 4, and he'll take it on in. Jake Tonjes. Touchdown, 49ers. Pinheiro on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer.
49ers 31.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action with Darnold. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
Purdy's pass complete to Ricky Pearsall. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Third and short. Here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the 49er 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, 49ers.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, 49ers.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Now, and a short one caught by Tonjes. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now here's second and goal. Robinson will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now, Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will cut the deficit to 7.
49ers 38.
So, things are a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the #1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there? And nope.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Darnold now to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Seattle.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. He's got it. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that.
And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Myers Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Oh! Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On 1st and 10, looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Purdy again. His pass left side, caught by Tonjes. And he will score! Game on! Jake Tonjes. Touchdown, 49ers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
46.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. Woo! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll run here with Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Darnold to throw. Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. Now he'll run. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.